90% of people using ChatGPT are still typing questions into a text box, completely ignoring the fact that it's now one of the most powerful photo editing tools on the planet. And it's free. That's not hype. That's just a feature most people walked right past. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to know exactly how to use ChatGPT to edit photos, removing objects, changing backgrounds, fixing lighting, rewriting entire scenes, using nothing but plain English. No Photoshop. No learning curve. No subscription to yet another app. I'm going to show you 3 specific editing workflows that actually work right now, the exact prompts that get you professional results on the first try, and the one technique that makes ChatGPT's edits look indistinguishable from something a graphic designer spent an hour on. And at the end, I'll reveal the prompting structure that most people never figure out, the one that stops ChatGPT from giving you generic, muddy results and starts giving you outputs you'd actually use. Stick around, because that part alone is worth the 10 minutes. Let's get into it. First, make sure you're using the right version. You need GPT-4o, that's the model with native image generation and editing built in. If you're on the free plan, you do get access to GPT-4o, but with usage limits. If you're hitting walls, the Plus plan is $20 a month. For what it can do to your photos, that's a rounding error compared to an Adobe Creative Cloud subscription at $60 a month. Now here's where most people go wrong immediately. They upload a photo, they type something like "make this better," and they get back something slightly different but not actually useful. That's not ChatGPT failing. That's a bad prompt. We'll fix that. But first, let's talk about what this tool is actually doing. When you upload an image to ChatGPT and ask it to edit, it's running 2 things simultaneously. GPT-4o reads and understands the image, it knows what's in it, the lighting, the composition, the objects, the mood. Then it uses its integrated image generation engine to produce a new version based on your instruction. It's not using filters. It's not running a Photoshop action. It is literally rebuilding the image based on what it understood and what you asked for. That's why the prompts matter so much. Alright. Workflow 1, Background Cleanup and Replacement. This is the most immediately useful thing for most people: product photos, LinkedIn headshots, real estate images, you name it. Upload your photo. Then instead of saying "remove the background," which gives you an inconsistent result, try this prompt: keep the subject exactly as it is, including all lighting and shadows. Replace the background with a clean, blurred Scandinavian-style cafe interior. Make it look like a natural photograph, not a composite. See what's happening in that prompt? You're telling it what to preserve, you're telling it what to replace, you're giving it a specific visual reference, Scandinavian cafe, and you're telling it the quality standard. Natural photograph, not a composite. That last instruction alone cuts out 60% of the weird, pasted-on look that ruins AI edits. You can do this for product photography. You can do this for a photo of yourself you want to use professionally. I tested this on a photo taken in front of a laundry pile. Told ChatGPT to replace the background with a clean home office. The result was genuinely usable. No edge artifacts, natural depth of field, the lighting even matched. But here's where it gets interesting. Workflow 2, Object Removal. This is where people expect ChatGPT to fail, and it keeps surprising them. Upload the image and be surgical with your language. Don't say "remove the person on the right." Instead, try "remove the person partially visible in the top right corner of this image." Fill in the area with a seamless continuation of the background, match the texture, color, and lighting of the surrounding wall and floor. The result should look like the person was never there. The phrase "seamless continuation" is doing a lot of work in that prompt. It tells the model exactly what quality of fill you expect. Match the texture and lighting, and you're essentially giving it a technical brief, not just a casual ask. Quick note: if you're finding this genuinely useful, hitting subscribe takes literally 2 seconds and it helps me keep making these deep dive tutorials every week. Now, back to the edits. Does it work perfectly every single time? No. On complex backgrounds, brick walls, bookshelves, crowds, you might need 2 or 3 iterations. But the workflow is upload, prompt, review, refine. Usually by the second attempt, you've got something clean enough to use. Let me hit you with a real number here. Freelance photo retouchers on platforms like Fiverr charge between $25 and $150 per image for background removal and object cleanup on complex photos. You're doing it in 90 seconds. With plain English. Workflow 3, lighting and mood correction. This one is underused and genuinely impressive. Take a flat, badly lit portrait. Upload it and try, this photo looks flat and overexposed. Edit it to have warm golden hour lighting coming from the upper left. Increase depth in the shadows, slightly brighten the subject's face, and give the overall image a cinematic, slightly desaturated color grade. Preserve all facial features accurately. That last line, preserve all facial features accurately, is critical for portraits. Without it, the model sometimes drifts the face slightly. With it, you get the lighting transformation while keeping the person recognizable. You can also change the entire emotional tone of an image. A photo of a city street in flat daylight can become a moody, blue-hour shot. A product photo on a white background can get dramatic studio lighting added after the fact. These aren't filters. These are genuine reconstructions. And here's something most people don't realize: you can chain these edits. Do the background first. Then in the same conversation, say, now apply the golden hour lighting adjustment to this updated version. ChatGPT holds the context of the conversation, so each instruction builds on the last. That's a complete non-destructive editing workflow, entirely in a chat window. Now, here's the reveal I promised you at the start: the prompting structure that separates people getting mediocre results from people getting outputs they actually publish. It's called the spec prompt. 4 components. Subject, preserve, edit, quality standard. Start with the subject, describe what's in the image and what the focal point is. Then preserve, explicitly list what must not change. Then edit, describe the specific change you want with visual references, not just adjectives. Then quality standard, define how it should look. Real photograph? Studio render? Magazine editorial? Here's an example pulled together. This is a photo of a ceramic mug on a wooden table. Preserve the mug, its color, and the wood texture exactly. Replace the background with a soft, foggy forest scene with morning light. The final image should look like a professional lifestyle product photograph shot on a Sony A7 camera with natural light. That last detail, naming a specific camera, is a trick borrowed from AI image generation. Models trained on photographic data associate certain cameras with certain aesthetic qualities. Mentioning Sony A7 or Fujifilm X100 pulls the output toward realistic, film-like quality rather than the slightly plastic look you sometimes get from AI images. Use that structure every single time and your first attempt success rate climbs dramatically. Alright, let's land this. Here are 5 things you can do right now, today. 1. Open ChatGPT, make sure you're on GPT 4.0, and upload a photo you've been meaning to fix. Use the spec prompt structure. 2. For any background swap, always include the words seamless and match the surrounding lighting in your edit instruction. 3. For portraits, always end your prompt with preserve all facial features accurately. 4. Chain your edits in one conversation. Don't start fresh each time. Build on each previous output. 5. When you want a photographic quality result, reference a specific real-world camera in your quality standard. It genuinely changes the output. ChatGPT photo editing is not a gimmick. It's a real, usable workflow that saves hours and, honestly, real money. The people sleeping on it are still paying for tools that do less, with a steeper learning curve and a monthly bill to match. If this video saved you time or taught you something you're going to actually use, subscribe. I post every single week, and the next video is going to cover ChatGPT's video generation capabilities, which are somehow even more surprising than this. That one drops very soon. And I want to hear from you right now. Drop a comment telling me what photo you're going to test this on first. Product photo? Portrait? Travel shot? Tell me below. I read every single one.